You are listening to NUFC Talk Radio, the voice of the Toon Army. Live daily on the website, on YouTube, on the AB, and on every online radio directory. NUFC Talk, the voice of the Toon Army.
Hey!
Good evening and welcome to the NUFC Talk and the reaction show with me, Borky, and the mighty Win tonight. How you doing, Win?
Well, after that, how do you think I'm doing?
How are the moon, I bet, mate? How are the moon?
How
Brilliant.
are the moon indeedo?
Excellent. Before we get into the show, can I ask you guys out there just to give a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and if you can, become a member. It really does help the channel grow. Tonight we don't have tonight we've got the phone in line, so if you want to give us a call, the telephone number is 0191 916 8864. Just repeat that for you guys, 0191 916 8864.
Get in and have your
So,
say.
get in and have your say. So, Win, what did you think of the night?
Well, I've just been doing the live. What did you think of the night?
I thought it was really, really good. First off, probably the best I've seen a player this season. Absolutely magnificent. On a night, I think we're all quite happy as Newcastle fans. Probably took an edgy 1-0 or a good 2-0 result to come out 6-1 winners. And we're in dreamland basically, aren't we? We've got no worries for the second leg now. Really, we can change around the team. It's give options for around the Premier League and the FA Cup ties coming up and things like that. It was just the perfect result, really.
And what do you think? I think you may have one reservation, do you not? Because I was actually saying that we could maybe have used the opportunity from being as far ahead as we were to giving to the players who are on the pitch a bit time off. Lewis Hall, particularly Anthony Gordon, maybe earlier than we did. What's your thoughts on that?
I think with it when he did rotate. To be fair, he did take a lot of players off, so we did do that. But I think he did everything he could, really. Everything apart from Hall. But the data must be showing with Hall he's fit, and we've got to remember he's quite a young lad.
Yeah. As you say, they've got all the telemetrics now and the biometrics from the medics team with all those fancy vests that they wear. So he must be okay. But I just thought the press was just fantastic. From
Oh,
minute one, we were just at their throats the whole time. They could not get out of the final of their own third, and it was stupendous.
I think it was always going to slow down second half, wasn't it? And obviously, in regards to that, we knew that was going to be the case. But I think we've got our first caller. So, Paul from Pompey, how you doing?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. I normally call in when we're not doing so good. So I thought I've got to call in and say what performance that was.
Why not?
From the lads.
Why not, mate?
It was quality, absolutely quality. I thought Volsmada in the deeper midfield role. I thought he was quality. Gordon should have got at least 6 in my book. It was. He missed a couple of one-on-ones as well, but he was quality. I didn't like the argument between Trippier, Voltemada and Gordon, but to see him go off at the end, hugging was good to see. And yeah, the all-round great performance. I thought Barnes was a bit disappointing. Elanga was a bit disappointing, but I'm picking up small margins here. That was a great result, and I am over the moon. Job done, basically. So,
sorry, mate. I was just going to say, Bonds had a few chances, didn't he? And we normally expect him to be the one that's going to away for, and he didn't.
he could have squared one, but I think it was his third chance. He could have squared to a Langer, I think it was, and he didn't. He went for goal again. But you can't knock the lad for going for it because he's lethal normally. But yeah, I can't fault him. I can't. Never in my wildest dreams would I thought we'd walk away 6-1. Like we got five goal lead going back to St James's. I mean, that's amazing.
Well, Boogie went
Who's
4-0, to be fair.
I did. And whose side would you have been on with the between as you say, Trips and Gordon? Do you think Trips was in the right, or do you think Gordon was in the right, or half a dozen one and six of the other?
Half a dozen one, six of the other. But personally, I think Gordon's got his hat trick. He's got the hat trick, but then Gordon is with his record in the Champions League, he's wanting more, obviously. But personally, I was more on like give it to Voltemade for confidence. He'd have had 2 and 2 then if Voltemade scores the pen. But I guess if Gordon's number one penalty taker, then I can see it from both sides. It just looks messy when it's in front of the cameras. You just think, oh, I wish they'd done that in the dressing room, not not for the cameras.
Do you actually think?
Do you know what I mean?
Do you actually think that giving Voltemade the ball to score a penalty, if he scores, is he going to actually get any confidence from that? But
yeah,
more
100%.
importantly for me, if he misses, what happens then to his confidence?
I don't think he'd miss. But yeah, obviously you've got that to bring into question. So this is the both sides of the argument that I can see. But just personally, I think we were cruising. They didn't have a shot on target, I don't think, in the first half, or a chance, or nothing. It was the game should have been 8-0 at half time. And I just think just share the goals. He's got his hat trick, but then he's got so many in the Champions League, he wants more, and it's probably chucked another 20 million on his transfer fee if he goes in the summer. So yeah, all's good.
Yeah, I thought Gordon was. To be honest, I would like Gordon to fight for the take penalties and to do things like that. If you're a goal scorer and you want to score more goals, in my view, then you do step up in those occasions. So who was your man of the match tonight, Paul? Who do you think had the best game?
You've got to give it to Gordon. Even the chance, I'm criticising for the chances he's missed, but yeah, he was dangerous. He was dangerous, and I thought if it wasn't Gordon, Voltemade, I would have probably said I thought he was brilliant. I thought he was really good. He linked play up. Like he's so hard to get the ball off him, and he's so technically gifted. And that would be my two. But yeah, what would your two lads man of the match be?
I think mine would have been Gordon as well, mate. To be honest.
Yeah, I just think the way.
Yeah.
That game was all about the press.
The press was,
and the press
couldn't handle
is
it.
led by Anthony Gordon. I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah, it's
the guy at the top
I agree.
in the middle
I agree.
that starts that happening, and then everybody can come up and join in, and they all did that as well.
Yep,
which was massive.
They couldn't handle front three.
It doesn't work.
They couldn't handle that pace.
It doesn't work if half of them do and half of them don't.
Yeah,
no, I agree. It's got to be Gordon. It has got to be Gordon. Just all around. I'm just really happy, lads. I'll move off and listen to the show and let someone else get on. But have a great show, Bogey. Could I just get an ooh?
Ooh, what a game! What a game!
All right, okay, lads. Have a good evening, and I'll keep on listening.
Just to see everybody, I can see the chats absolutely flying through. Win is trying to keep up as best he can with them, but if you want to guarantee a won the night, it's going to have to be a super chat just to guarantee it. So, Win, what did you think of Gordon's goals tonight? He took them all well, didn't he?
Yeah, well, I don't know if you heard what I was saying in commentary, but for me, Gordon is like Almiron. He's like Perez used to be, if he's got to do something instantly, he does it well. If he's got to think about something, he doesn't. Is this Travoy on the line?
It is. Travoy, how
Hey,
you
how you
doing,
doing?
mate?
You
From
okay?
Wales, isn't it? Yep, from Wales, isn't it?
Well, from
Yeah,
from
feeling well at
Falkland
the
Islands,
moment.
Bay of Wales.
Yeah. So what did you think of the night's game, Travoy?
Travoy,
Can you repeat that, Bart?
yeah, what did you think of tonight's performance?
It was a really good fast half. I mean, the Qarabag team was pretty below par. I mean, they gave us a few goals, but, we were there to take the opportunities, which was good, and it was nice to see us being more clinical. I think we could have more in the fast half. Second half, I took the foot off, and I would like to see him give the young lads a bit more game time, but the subs came in and sort of game out. In terms of the Trivia and Gordon thing, I like that from Gordon as a player. He's the penalty taker at the moment, and he has a hat trick already, but if there was Alan Shearer on the field and he had another penalty, then Alan Shearer wouldn't be giving up no penalties for no one. So I like that, and even that Walter Maida needs a goal,
Yeah, but I'm just asking our Pompey fan before, Paul, I think it was, where does, if Voldemort had took that penalty, right, and let's first of all assume he scores, does that
Yeah.
really affect his performance and confidence and so on, scoring from a penalty? And then the
Yeah, I
opposite
mean,
side of the coin.
it would help you. It would help his confidence massively, but then also he had a good game anyway. I thought he was the man in the match if Gordon didn't get it. So I thought he had a decent game, and he hardly had anything to really. He had a lot of time on the ball this game, so it was quite easy for him to pick his passes and hold the ball. And when you, like I told you a few weeks ago, when he has that time has that 2 to 3 seconds to hold the ball, he can actually play some really good football. So it was good for him to see him play that performance, but he did need a goal for confidence. And you can see on his face, he wants to take the penalties. He really wants to be the penalty taker. But at the moment, Eddie Howe decides that's Gordon, I guess.
Yeah, but
Just
I
before
believe
I ask Troy a question, do you want to do that super chat that we had come through?
it was Stevie Rockstar saying, I thought I was in Baku. Well, I thought I was going to be in Baku as well. Let's talk about Newcastle United's ticket offer, should we? That's for another day.
Just ask you, Travoy, in regards to the game itself, did you get worried in the second half, the way we started the second half? Because I know you're a little bit like me, and sometimes, on the dark side. So did you get worried by the way we started out in the second half?
I didn't really get too worried. I think if we wouldn't have had that big cushion, I would have got a bit more antsy. But we all used to Eddie Howe's after coming out second half, either it's the team talk or something. We all used to our level dropping off in the second half, so it wasn't nothing new. So I wasn't really, I wasn't really too antsy about it. But at the same time, if he would have made changes like bringing Shahar on or Alex Murphy and Neve on a bit earlier, I think that would have, and they had a score, I think that would have shown that, they were the wrong substitutions. But I think the young boys need to be given a chance, especially being 5-0 up. I think that was the only disappointing thing for me, is that I didn't get to see them. And, I'm not a big fan of Osula at all, but, what was the problem in bringing a Neve besides Osula? I would never know. And Elanga didn't have a good game today. Him and Harvey Barnes didn't have a really impactful game, but, hopefully they can pick that up going into the City game.
And who was your man of the match, mate? Who did you think was the best player?
At Walter Marder, I think, didn't he?
Oh no, Gordon was the man of the match. But like I say, if he didn't have the 4 goals, then obviously Walter Marta would have been my man of the match. But I thought Anthony Gordon was just clinical tonight, and I thought he looked hungry, and that gives him, what is it, nine goals in 10 games or something in Champions League.
Yeah, 9
goals, and it puts him right there with Mbappe. So I don't mind that in a player. I want to see that in our players. You know what I mean? I'm used to seeing Alan Shearer taking the ball and putting it on the spot or scoring goals. So I want to see that from any striker or any player in our team, to be hungry like that.
And any final thoughts?
Oh, breaking news. Queenie, thank you very much. Queenie's gifted 5 memberships. Very
nice.
generous, Queenie. Thank you very much. Let's see who will have gone to. They have gone to Chef Follett, or Cheer Follett. Cheer Follett, probably. Henoto 10. Dave Walton 4376. That's not Dave Walton in Boston, is it? Trevor Smith. And Newcastle for life. All memberships by Queenie. Thanks very much, Queenie.
Thank you very much, Queenie. And Travoy, any final thoughts before we let you go?
I think the tie is done for second leg, so I hope he makes a few changes for the second leg, especially being at home. And I hope we stick to the 4-2-3-1 formation. I think that's our formation that needs to go forward till the end of the season. And it's taken him more than a half a season to actually come to terms with that's the formation we need to have been playing ever since the start of the season. So I hope he continues that into the City game and try to give the youngsters next week a better chance in the second leg.
That's right, Travoy. I completely agree. Thank you very much for the call, Travoy, and hope to speak to you soon.
No worries, right? Y'all take care, yeah?
Thanks, Travoy.
Thanks a lot. Just to remind everybody, if you do call in, we're live on DAB Radio now across the Newcastle area. So if you do call into it, you just have to watch your language, so no swear words and nothing controversial. When I think in all the first off, what we forgot to talk about was that Chow also got a goal, another goal this season.
Yeah, he's fast.
What do you think of that one?
Fast taking over Cher's mantle of being the goal scorer and centre half. But what's also important is, as Alan McMurtry's just pointed out there, being able to win without Bruno is another big plus. The monkey off the back mentality. Great performance tonight.
And I believe we now have RG Fox on the line. I think you're from Asherton, aren't you, RG?
He certainly is. All right, RG.
Not so bad, lads. Who's it, Gannon?
Not so bad, lad.
Gannon well, lad. Gannon well.
Gannon grand.
What did you think of the performance?
It was a grand performance, that wasn't it?
It was,
mate. What did you think of it? Really good?
Doing what these lads have put 2-2, because I've looked at their performances at Yemen. My more young one lives out there. My brother lives in Baku. He's a Sunderland fan, by the way. And he's watched them a couple of times and said they're not a bad team in that way. And I've watched this. I've looked at their stats and I thought, well, we're getting 2-2 because they've done all right at Yemen. Yeah, I couldn't have been worse. I couldn't have gotten it more or a rang, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
I love your twang, mate. I love your twang. So, did you think we completely bossed the game, really? I know we had a little bit of the blip in the start of the second half, but I think that was to be expected. Did you expect to boss a game in the Champions League like that this season?
Well, I think it was going to be against anybody.
When you get at that stage in the Champions League, I thought it would have been quite a bit harder. But they're probably the worst team I've seen in the Champions League. Oh, that's probably the worst performance I've seen in the Champions League this year. I mean, they were woeful at the back. And we took our chances, which we should do as a very professional outfit. you've got to go for that, you know. But they were terrible at times, you know. The miscommunication between the defenders and the back four was awful. But you can only play against the men that you're against, and that's that. And you do what you do.
You can only beat what's in front of you.
That's it. What did you think was your man of the match? Who did you think get better? I mean, I think this is a silly question now. It's becoming a silly question now. So, apart from Gordon, who was your man of the match?
My man of the match was actually their keeper. I thought he was fantastic.
Well, it certainly stopped it being a cricket score.
I don't think he had a bad game, to be fair. There, keeper. It was one of those games where I think they were always going to concede goals.
I think that's what RG's saying.
Oh,
because he made some fantastic.
You know, when a team has 15 chances against you in the first half, and you save 8 of them or half of them, that's amazing performance, man.
Yeah.
Audrey, I know you're quite level-headed. So, what did you think of the Trips Gordon situation? Were you worried about it, or do you think it was just a flash?
No, I'm not worried about that. That's professional football. That is professional sports. You know, some lads clash at times and say, "Hey, you know, you maybe I don't know what it was about. I guess it was about them taking a second penalty, but." Listen, when the gaffer says you're the penalty taker, you are the penalty taker, and that's that.
Yeah.
DPT, designated penalty taker.
100%. Any final thoughts before we let you go, RG?
What do you think about Saturday?
You know, Boogie, you know, we like to call out people, you know, and we like to suppose, you know, or suppose this happened or suppose that happened. The lads had a call at the end of the game, it's all over.
I think it is all over now, to be honest, mate, if I'm perfectly honest.
Way. I played Sunday football when I was a young one. I fell out with any amount of buggers, and you know, I've had black eyes and broken legs, and I wasn't even at blading races.
Two black eyes and a broken nose, can't have blading races.
Did you play around the Ashton area, mate?
So who was your two lads the day? You know, everybody's going to give out to Gordon for scoring 4 goals, but who else did you think behind Gordon was the best player on the pitch?
I'd probably say Malik Chow myself.
I think I would probably go with Dan Burn. Dan Burn had quite a good game.
Aye. Well, I agree with you both. I do. I mean, I think they both had solid games. I think Alanga had a decent game again. He's getting better and stronger, as I keep saying. Yeah, and it probably gets a few people down. That I keep saying he's coming. When Ramsey come on, Ramsey delivered a ball that day that was second to none, by the way.
Yeah, he did, mate. Audrey, we've got people queuing up to call in, mate. So thank you very much for your call. And as always, it's great to speak to you, and we'll speak to you soon.
Speak to you later.
All the best, Bertie. All the best win. Listen. Don't drink too much of that Foster's win. It makes you mental.
Too late for him, Fox.
Too late was it, right?
Lovely. Thanks, there.
Catch you later. So get into a few of these super chats. Yeah. Captain Bruno saying, what a score. And also Borky taking his cardi off. He's like a usual Toon fan taking the tops off. Shamrock Balls, I don't want to hear it win. This is obviously me referring to maybe bringing on the young ones. I don't want to hear it win. If you'd done that and would conceded 2 or 3 second half goals, you would be complaining. I wouldn't be complaining. Few people might. So many shots on target too. Their keeper was a star, despite the number of goals they conceded. Michael saying could have taken a few off, but that result means the next leg we can bring on fringe players from the start. Demolition job in the first half, says Gavin Fuller. No need to run ourselves into the ground in the second half. Lee McFarlane saying, have we found our route to the end of the season? I sure hope so. It's been lost in transit way too long. Michael saying, I think I would give Neve a start on the next leg rather than a Sula, who knocks his price down every time he walks on the pitch. Lamp saying, big chance missed to play Shahar and Murphy. Neve getting a few minutes is pointless. I'm not going to argue with that point of view either. Lee Mags, yes, I think it was. I thought you were asking about who started it. It was like Walter who was bothered about it, or was it Trips? Either way, they're showing passion, and I like it. Gordon was hands down the best player on the pitch. Dave Eddie, could you imagine Shearer giving somebody else the penalty kick? Not a chance.
That's it, mate.
Gordon made it as well, made them look so poor in the first half. We slaughtered them. And I think we've got another caller on the line now.
Would do we? It's a new caller, I think. Can I ask for your name?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can we just ask for your name?
Hello.
Yeah, my name's Ali.
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 Hello, Ali, mate. You all
Hello.
right? How's it going?
Yeah, not too bad.
And whereabouts in the country are you from, mate?
Oh, sorry?
Whereabouts are you from?
I'm from Sunderland.
From Sunderland? Just a reminder, there's no swearing and no controversial. So what did you think of the night's game then, mate? What did you think of it? Are you a Sunderland fan or a Newcastle fan?
Well, obviously a Newcastle fan, that's why I've called up in it.
I guess so, just being it from in Sunderland. So what did you think of the night's game?
Yeah, it was good. We should be beating them. Liverpool hammered them when they played Liverpool, so I don't expect we should be beating teams like that, you know.
Yeah, but they got a 2-2 draw with Chelsea.
But sorry?
They drew 2s each with Chelsea.
Yeah, that was Chelsea.
That was what my
Are they even a good? Are they even a good side? I've never heard of this team before. You know, Qarabag.
Well, I don't think many people had, to be honest.
No.
But,
So was that your best performance of the season so far, Ali? Was it the best that we've played?
No, we've played better.
Right.
But when we get through to the knockout rounds and get hard teams, I doubt if we perform like that when we got like the Real Madrids and that, you know, and Bayern Munich.
And who was your man of the
match? Easy if we get past these, then God knows who we're getting in the next round.
Well, the next round has to be Barcelona
or Chelsea.
So who was your man of the match, Ali? Who do you think had the best game?
I would say Gordon, because he got that 4 goals, didn't it?
He did, yeah. And then your player after that, who do you think was the best player after Gordon?
I think it was Hall, yeah.
Hall. Hall's having a brilliant season, isn't he?
Yeah.
Do you think we should maybe have taken Hall off, you know, after the first half to give him a bit rest?
Yeah, I would have given him a bit of rest. He's been playing every game, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't even have cover in his position. If he gets injured, we're knackered, you know.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, we have got cover, allegedly. Well, we've got a big Dan can go left back, obviously, but we know that doesn't go down too well with most people, and he doesn't play as well there as he does at centre half. And of course,
the only thing I'm disappointed about in January, we didn't get any new fresh legs in the window, you know. Even somebody on loan. That's the one thing I'm disappointed about.
That's right.
Yeah,
I think we.
So Ali, you got any final thoughts before we let you go?
Sorry?
What's your final thoughts just before we let you go?
No, just keep performing like that, you know. If we want to get through, because if we get through these, then we've got Barcelona or Chelsea. That's not going to be easy.
Yeah, definitely, mate.
And,
So thank you very much for your
and
first
we did
call,
it.
and keep
And,
calling in too, mate.
and we did it without. And we did it without Bruno as well, I didn't expect,
We
because
did,
we've not won a game without him,
Well,
Can't
that's
remember time we
gone
won
for
a game
win now.
without him in the team.
Yeah, 100%, mate. Well, thank you very much for your first call,
Okay,
mate,
mate.
and we hope to hear from you soon.
Yeah, no bother, yeah.
Catch you
Cheers,
later.
Ali.
Ta-ra.
Ta-ra. So, Win, what do you? Were you worried when we started this second half? Sorry, a little bit slower, or?
Did you mean that?
Oh, we got another call.
Thank you very much for your question. Yeah, we hope you get from you soon.
Oh, it's another new caller. So, can I just ask for your name?
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Hello. Who's
Hello,
that?
can you hear me?
Yeah.
And can you hear us?
Hey, Spooky and Win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How you guys doing? You all right? That was a good game. Good match. Enjoyed
Yeah.
it.
Excellent. Where
Can
you
we just
calling
ask who we're
from?
speaking to?
I'm from Grimsby. Well, I live in Grimsby now. Used to live up in Newcastle, though. How you guys doing? You had a good night?
Yeah, good.
Good, yeah, mate. And what's your name? Just
My name is
What's your
Chris.
name? Chris.
Chris.
Another Chris. We've got
Another
a channel
Chris.
full of Chris's.
So, what did you think the
Another
night's game,
Chris.
Chris?
And I am an American Chris as well, just like
Oh,
right.
wow.
Where
the
you
main
from?
man. You what? Sorry, I've lost you. Hello?
Where you from?
I'm from Connecticut originally. Connecticut.
A Geordie in Connecticut.
That's the one, yeah.
Yeah. And how long you been over here?
Quite a while.
Right
15 years, something like that.
Right. So
Always been a Newcastle fan, though.
why the Newcastle connection? That was going to be my next question.
I lived in Newcastle for a long time.
Oh, right.
All right. So, what did you think of the night's game, Chris? Did you enjoy it?
I did indeed. I tell you what, I thought Gordon was fantastic. Eddie in all the way. That's me.
Good for you.
And did you think any other players had standout performances on the pitch?
I tell you what, I thought Nick Voltemade, I thought he was brilliant in that position. I think moving forward, maybe stick with that formation. I thought that worked really well.
Really good, wasn't he?
Well, that's
one
2
thing we
games on
haven't-
the trot now.
Exactly. One thing we haven't touched on yet, Chris, tonight is Pope and the goal that he conceded. Were you disappointed with that? Because his hand just seemed to be one of them flippers, unlike one of the machines. It didn't seem to be going anywhere.
Yeah, I don't know. I tell you what, let's just enjoy it. 6-1, eh?
It is, yeah. It's not a night to look for the negatives, but that was I think one thing that did worry us was how easy that ball got past him. It also worried us how that offside didn't really look offside, but we'll get on to that, I'm sure, in another show. So, in regards to this game, how do you think this will set up for the rest of the season, Chris?
Well, it's a good springboard, I think, from here. I think we can take this momentum and kind of head in the right direction from this. So that's my opinion.
Oh, excellent. So, whereabouts did you live when you were up in Newcastle, mate? Whereabouts were you in the city centre or just in the area?
Morpeth, big Morpeth.
Oh, right.
Oh, it's not too far from me. I'm in Blythe, so just down the road.
Oh, lovely, nice.
Any final thoughts on the game there, Chris?
Nah, thank you guys. I'm enjoying the show. Love watching you guys. All the best.
A big takeaway.
Keep ringing in, Chris. Keep calling in. You have to ring in when the American mag's on.
Take care, guys.
See you later.
Cheers, Chris.
Ta-da.
This has been a bit too happy for me so far, the night win. So what did you think of the Pope goal that he let in?
You're making it. Aye, Boogie, you found the negative. No, but it was poor, to be fair. Listen, I think everybody knows that we need a new keeper, but it's keeper for me is still not a priority. If we're counting our pennies, we've got Pope there, Ramsdale potentially. If we pay a few bob for him, they're not desperate, you know. They're not horrible. You can criticize him for that particular moment, but the same kid has pulled us out of the hole many times. So you've got to take the positives for the negative, I suppose. What you want is the keeper who doesn't have any negatives. And
And would you
yeah,
now,
you're-
on the
go on.
Ramsdale side, would you sign Ramsdale now? Would you? I think we've got the thing to buy him for 16 million,
Well,
isn't it?
that's it. We can get him for 16 million. Are you for 16 million? You're not going to get anything better than him. And if you want to go top end, yeah, then into the 40s. You know, the high 30s, 40s, and could we spend that money better elsewhere? At the minute, you know, and then when we get to the next level, we can then think about upgrading all over the place, including goalkeeper. But right now, you know, getting a new goalkeeper is not top of my uh, wish list.
Strangely, I agree with you for once in regards to that. I think it's a no-brainer. We've got so many players that we're going to have to replace this summer. I think that's an easy
Right?
one just to quickly cover off. Is there
Yeah,
any chats?
I'll make you right. Um, Pope did pull off a great save. I don't know, it was a great save. He only had one.
But yeah,
It was more or less straight down his throat. Um, but Kenny's saying he'd go for the Dortmund keeper. As I say, yeah, but you know, you're talking 30 million, 30. I think the last 38 million. I think, but the last time we looked at him, 38 million euros, 35 million quid. Gavin Fuller saying it's the most important. Well, Brian Clough would agree with it. It's the most important position. PSG are not the same without Donnarumma. When you're looking at that sort of quality, because Cloughy famously paid $1 million for Peter Shilton, which at the time was just unheard of. But he won the European Cup for them, you could argue. So it was $1 million well spent. But those keepers are few and far between. And for example, if I honestly I don't know if Donnarumma came up a transfer just for the sake of argument, if he hadn't been on a free, what would you pay for him?
how much? Well, he's going to be the world's most expensive goalkeeper. So who's the world's
Absolutely.
most expensive goalkeeper at the moment?
You know, and
I'm thinking,
keepers at the minute have gone for 40s and 50s. So in fact,
I think you'd be talking maybe 80 million, would you? Maybe.
exactly. So if you want to get into that
Right.
level of player, that's what you're going to be paying.
Just a reminder, guys, you can give us a call. The number's 0191 916 8864. That's 0191 916 8864. So when obviously they scored the goal and then we made the substitutions. But did you agree with the subs that came on? Obviously, Murphy came on for Alanga and Masula for Gordon.
Well, as I say, I was surprised when who was it? I think it was Paul from Pompey said he thought Alanga had a good game. I thought Alanga was invisible. I was very disappointed with Alanga, especially after his last few performances, which have been getting better. And when I saw Murphy and Ramsey coming on as subs, I thought, oh, really? Because I thought if you're going to make subs, let's bring the kids on, you know, see what they can do. I thought Shahar could have come on. I thought Murphy could have come on without any real jeopardy involved. So, hang on.
Think we'll have a new caller there. If you just
Got
hello,
Stevie
you all right?
in the building, I think.
Rockstar caller.
Stevie,
Rockstar.
hey, my
Wanna
man, how you
go
doing?
home. You wanna go home. This is the best trip I've ever been on. What a night for the lads, man.
Exactly. What a night.
Did Did you
I
enjoy
should
that,
have
mate?
been there.
You should have been there.
I know I should. Bloody Newcastle United box office.
So
I had
come on,
me
then, mate.
third.
What did you?
Aye, problems.
Well, it went
What did
Win,
on the Wednesday. It went down to 29 points, and I've got 32. So I applied.
win the last time I spoke to you, I told you about all the stories about me and our Graham going home and away, like away matches in Europe and that without tickets and getting tickets how it used to be. It used to be class, man. You used to just rock up. Someone hasn't turned up. Someone's hungover, and there's a ticket guarantee. Right, we'll get in then. Never missed
I
a
think
game
that might have been
without the
slightly
ticket.
different in Baku.
Oh, I don't know. There was a few
I
empty
think
seats.
anybody who's made the trip there is gonna use that ticket kind of thing.
Aye. Oh,
back on,
without a
like,
doubt. It's all different now, and it's all different now. It's all different. But what a night, what a performance. I just hope they keep it up. We hope they push on, and the time will tell when they play. You know, the better teams coming up.
Yeah.
Do you think that was the best performance of the season so far, mate?
Well, yes. But I think the last few games have shown a change, haven't they? But you've got to look at. I know you beat who you're playing in front of you, but without a doubt, I think there's been some changes. I like the stuff through the middle. I said this the last time I called. Stuff through the middle's been much better, pushing up through the middle rather than. I did like to see after we scored the header. I thought we would have scored like more. I thought there would have been more crosses because our height was we had a height advantage, but we never seen that. It was all through the middle. It was all the press, and that's good to see. But you only beat what's in front of you.
That's what I thought. I was over the moon that we were going through the middle with the press, and instead of slinging balls in, because I think this season we've had 541 crosses, 140 completed crosses. In other words, 140 crosses that have connected with a Newcastle player, and 2 goals, I think, out of 140. So you know me, I love the press, me. That's what I want to see. And especially with Voldemort, a ball to feet, let him work his magic, which he's been doing lovely for the last couple of games.
I thought he played really well.
Yeah. Rackstack, just on the incident that happened at half time between Trips and Gordon, do you think Trippier, with him being an experienced player, should have waited till he got in the dressing room to start calling Gordon out rather than doing it actually as he was walking off the pitch?
I think so, but like the last caller said, that shows passion. It shows. I think Gordon was right to take it, man.
Yeah.
But I can see the other side as well. But yeah, Gordon's our penalty taker, so he's the right one to take it. But yeah, I think you're right. I think that should have waited. I'm not bothered. It's passion, like the last caller said, and they're sorting it out. Do you know what I mean? They'll be smiling. It's passionate in the heat of the game, and
it's sometimes
we're all
nice
laughing and joking at the end.
Yeah, it's nice to see sometimes the passion on the pitch as well as the other side, so that the fans actually get to see that the players don't always agree with each other.
Got Paul Wright in there saying that's another assist for Dan Burn, by the way. Indeed it is, to on a trot. And did you see how far up the pitch he was getting again? Cheers, Paul.
You know, when Dan Burn was going for a run past the halfway line to create that goal for Gordon, I was like, "Where's Dan Burn gone? Where's Dan Burn gone?"
I thought he was going to start running around the running track, mate, on the side of the pitch. Thought he was going to have a run around there as well. Just a quick one, Rackstar. Who, apart from Gordon, obviously, who I think everybody's going to give man of the match to, who would you say were the standout players?
Hall's just out of this world, isn't he? There's times when I'm like, pass it now.
Yeah, it was a little bit,
and he just. But that run that he did up the line, he took on about 3 players, And I
Like
thought he's going
Isaac.
to just keep going.
It's like Isaac at Everton. Just kept on going. Beat him.
Aye.
Yeah.
Walter, I thought Walter was mint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all stood up. They've done well. Neve, when he come on at the end,
Oh, that
I think he had
Neve did
he played well.
brilliantly when he
got
got
the chance at the end.
won the ball back, put it in, fantastic. But then when he had his opportunity, he fluffed his lanes.
I think it did take a bit of a deflection though, as it come across to him. But yeah, that's just time, that, innit? But it'd be nice to see more of them, and I think we're going to see more of them. Everyone's saying, "Oh, why put them on?" But I think we're going to see more of them.
Well, maybe is Eddie ready now?
I think the way it's going, mate, we're going to have to. We've got we're squads thinning out massively. So, what's your final thoughts there, Axstar? What do you think this will set up for the rest of the season?
Well, time will tell. Saturday, we'll see how they do on Saturday. I'm not getting ahead of myself. You know, I think the last 3 games we've done mint, and let's keep it going. I think if we've got the confidence now to push on, and let's see how it goes. But we'll know when we play the better teams. You know, you're going to see the difference then.
Super cool, mate. Thank you very much, and we'll speak to you soon.
See you, Stevie.
No worries, lads. Win. I'll see you next Wednesday.
Are you going into Bally's yet?
Aye. Can the band get in?
No, sadly not. Over 18s only.
Oh, he's 15. Oh, God.
Afraid not.
Stand him outside. I'll let him collect money. Right. Have a good one. Cheers.
Okay, bud. See you later.
So
Bruno said, I love Jacob Murphy, but my heart sank because of his errors lately. And then he goes and scores the beauty. And yeah, we
so
did that one.
While you thought the chat, so what did you think of Murphy's what do you think of Murphy's goal?
I thought, I think it was going in anyway. It didn't need if it hadn't got the deflection, it was still going in. It was, typically, we've seen him do it quite a few times now, cutting in from there and hitting with his left. Sometimes I think his long-range left foot shots are better than his long-range right foot shots.
I was just going to say that it's a strange for a right-footed player to hit so many good goals with his left foot. You think he's a little bit ambidextrous?
I'd give me right arm to be ambidextrous. City had a buyback clause for Trafford, so we will go for him. Nailed on, in my opinion. So, yeah, well, you're going to get Trafford, young, potentially England goalie, and we'll get him for south of 30 million, I think. Because I don't think we'll go to 30 mil.
I think the only problem's going to be his wages now, isn't he? He's not going to be on a low wage at City, I wouldn't have thought.
I don't know what he's on at the minute, to tell you the truth. I'll find out.
So in regards to, obviously, the second half as well, I think after the initial slowdown at the start of it, we began to control the game, didn't we? We had control of the game, and it was never sort of a worry. There was never that knot in your stomach thinking, oh, this could start to go wrong. Yeah, we conceded the 1 goal, but then we moved on quite quickly from there. And then, obviously, the Murphy goal was the cherry on the cake, putting you 6-1 up, and I think that now makes we're pretty comfortable for the second, well, very comfortable for the second leg, if I'm perfectly honest. Just remember, guys, if you want to get through to her, you can give her a call. The number is 0191 916 8864. Also, if you're on YouTube, give her a like on there. And if you're not on YouTube, if you're driving when you get home, remember to tune into it and give her a like on YouTube as well. It really, really does help.
So James Trafford is on 60 grand a week with bonuses, including bonuses. So that's, par for
less than we're playing.
And listen, anybody who's in your first team squad needs to be on those sort of wages these days.
I'm saying that's less than we're playing Ramsdale, isn't it? So it's not unrealistic.
Yeah. Not unrealistic at all.
Do you think with a win, do you think we could get better than Trafford abroad? Do you think if we went and looked in the European markets or places like that, we can get better abroad?
I'm not saying there aren't better keepers than Ramsdale abroad, but I don't necessarily know that they'd be any cheaper.
Right. Because I mean, how much are we saying? You're saying south of 40 million. It's still a quite a big chunk out of a transfer budget for the summer, isn't it? As I say, we've got a lot of money to spend. We've got a lot of players to buy and limited money to spend from what we're hearing.
I'm just seeing what transfer market I've got Coble on at the minute.
So I can see loads of chats going through. Wynn's trying to keep up with them as best he can, but as we say, if you want to make sure that it's put up on the screen, it has to be a super chat. And as I say, you can give her a call. The number's 0191 916 8864. Just a reminder for this show or other shows, if you do call in, we are on DAB radio across the Newcastle area, so we do just have to be mindful of language and obviously the comments that we're making.
For Coble, somebody mentioned earlier, get Dortmund's keeper. Well, Kobel's valued at 40 million euros, so 35. So yes, there's better keepers there, but not for that sort of money. I don't think.
That money. And what did you think of Bonds the night, Win? Were you a little bit disappointed with Bonds' performance?
I don't know, because he got in some good positions. Their keeper made him look bad, really, because their keeper had such a good game that the couple of, I mean, put it this way, there was other players who missed better chances than any that Barnes missed. And he was getting himself involved. He was, buzzing around the box with a press, getting involved in that, picking up loose balls, doing excellent. I think we've got another
Hiya,
caller.
Tony, mate. How you doing?
Tony T.
Hunky dory.
Hunky
Good,
dory.
good. What did you think of the night's performance?
Yeah, it was fine. I mean, obviously no one was expecting it to be 6-1, but, I wouldn't get too carried away either, because like someone did say, they did beat Thingy 6-1. They did get beat 6-0 by Liverpool. But hopefully that does mean we can basically play a second string or close to in the second leg.
So do you think now
a bit too arrogant?
Hopefully it does.
Sorry?
Do you think now, Tony, that we'll go into the Man City game with our strongest team, and then we'll rest players?
No, see, for me, I'm probably more looking at the FA Cup. I don't. It's going to sound a bit defeatist, but the next game against Man City, it's almost, I wouldn't say throwaway, but you want to try and sort of keep most of your players sort of, for when we play them in the FA Cup. Because correct me if I'm wrong, how does the next lot of fixtures go? Is it Man City, Qarabag, Man City, or is it some other way around?
Man City, Qarabag, Man United at home, Everton at home, and then Man City away.
See, generally, I get my sort of thingies of next games coming up by when I put my bets in, and I didn't even see the Man United game come up on Sky Bet, so I don't know why that's happening.
You know what? It's a weird one, mate. That game wasn't shown up on the on the thing that I used to look for games as well, but I think it's a quarter.
I'm going.
Is it being rescheduled or something?
I'm going.
But I think Wynn's right. I think it's a 8:15 kickoff on a Wednesday night between all these fixtures.
Yeah, sometimes when it gets scheduled to an evening one, it seems to mess up like some kind of algorithm thing, and it doesn't put it on the like I said, on the bet thing or whatever you're looking at.
Right. Well, Man City in the Cup is the 7th of March, and we're playing Everton on the 28th of February, and Man United on the 4th of March. So definitely both before. So Man City at the weekend.
So have we got a gap then in between Man City? Have we got a week's rest after Man City?
We've got a week's rest after Man City, yes.
Yeah. So there's no reason to sort of play second string then against Man City. I thought we were playing them again quite quickly. but obviously not. So there's no worry then. And the only other thing I would say is a slight concern, which obviously was more impactful when it happened against Chelsea. You could say Chelsea played better a couple of months ago. Is we did kind of switch off in the second half. Now you could say, yeah, 5-0 up, who cares? But you can't afford to do that when you've got an advantage, in general.
Keep your foot on the throat.
So who was yours? Obviously, I'm guessing your man of the match was Gordon. Chris, who would be your second man of the match?
Do you know what? I didn't actually watch the game, so do you want me to just throw a name out there and just make something up?
No bother, mate. No bother. So, do you think this will help with the rest of the season, or do you think it'll because we've done 3 away games in a row now and won 3 away games? Do you think that gives us confidence moving forward?
I don't think this game does. I definitely think that the Villa game definitely did, especially with what was going on with the referee and that.
Yeah, 100%.
Jody Dan's just saying there, thanks for your super chat, Jody. Liverpool beat them 6-0 at home. We beat them 6-1 away.
I mean, from what I've only watched the highlights, and from what I saw, from what I saw, because they look like one of those Olympic style sort of stadiums. I don't think that's as intimidating. So it's almost like a neutral ground in some ways.
Yeah, it reminds me of West Ham Stadium.
I've never been impressed with sort of Olympic style sort of stadiums. You've got a running track around it because it sort of takes the sort of intimidation away.
Yeah, as I say, Tony, it reminds me of sort of the West Ham Stadium. They're not really football stadiums, either. They've been set up for something different, and just they've tried to adapt.
I mean, so was Man City's, but they've actually managed to make theirs more look like a stadium than the Commonwealth Stadium.
Yeah,
well, they spent a fortune, didn't they, when they first moved in.
Any final thoughts?
I wouldn't know about that. Real quick, by the way, can I just say with the whole Alexander Isak Walter Maida thing, do you know what the goals per minute were for both of their first seasons up to now? Because there is a bit of a gap.
You can fill us in.
Yeah, so at the moment, Alexander Isak, in his first season, played 27 games in all competitions, and he got 10 goals with goals per minute of, minutes per goal of 168. Compared that to Walter Maida, who's already played 38 games, he has 251 minutes per goal in between. So it's like basically double, another 100 minutes for Walter Maida between each goal.
Yeah, he'd be looking brilliant at the start, but because he got 6 and 6 or whatever, and then he's only got 1 now and 14.
So there has been, because I think people forget Alexander Isak, wasn't he pretty much in after he played against Liverpool until like January or February in that first season?
Yeah, because that was when Callum Wilson was stepping up to the plate.
And Almiron, don't forget that.
Yeah, and Almiron's purple patch.
I think the different types of players as well, that we've got to remember.
No, I definitely agree with that. I don't see why people keep making the comparison, but I think if you're going to, at least be honest with the stats rather than just saying 10 goals. You're forgetting how many more games Walter Maida's actually played in comparison.
I think the other side of the coin is as well, Tony, Isak left for 125 million, didn't he? So
screw it. Sorry. By the way, you're not allowed to swear, but can I say book? If I said that was fucking awful, would that be fine?
No, not really, mate.
No.
Anyway, Tony.
Yellow card, Tony. Yellow card.
We'll let you go, Tony. Right. Thank you very much for the call there, mate.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Cheers. Ciao. Yeah. And, anybody who's phoning in, please, don't want to get off air after we've just gone on air.
Yeah. Just to remind people, we are on DAB radio now, so we really have to be careful with the language, especially when you call in. So then when, do you think this sets up for Man City? Do you think we're stand a chance there now?
Well, I think it doesn't do us any harm. I think I've always thought we've got a chance anyway. We've proven we can get behind Man City. Okay, they beat 5-1 on aggregate in the cup, but that game the last game at the Etihad, if Willock and Barnes had taken their chances, we are winning 2-1. It's a question of finishing your dinner, and that's been it keeps on being pointed out. You're never going to finish every chance. Well, no, you're not. But we had another 4 or 5 chances today. Easy chances.
What for Man City? Do you think it will stand a chance there?
Oh, what's happened there?
We've got a new caller calling in. Can I just ask you to turn your telly on because we've got a little bit of an echo.
That game, the last game.
Hello?
Can you hear with her now?
You'll have
Hi,
to turn
guys.
your telly off, mate. I will have to let you go.
You just need to turn your telly off in the background.
Hello?
You're never going to
Hello?
every chance. No, you're not.
Hello. Who was speaking to?
Another 4 or 5 chances today.
You're gonna have to.
No, sorry. We've had to let you go. Try calling in next time, but when you call in next time, make sure your telly and things are in mute in the background, because all you really
speak
hear
to
is
us on your
telly.
phone.
Yeah, we'll speak on the phone. But anyway, guys, for the night, I think that's it from us. Have you got any final
Great
thoughts?
night. Just a great night. 6-1 away from home in the Champions League, and we're in the vent. You know, there was a few of the doubters who were saying, "No, we're not in the final 16 yet." Well, trust me, we are now, because they aren't going to beat us by 5 at the Park.
Fantastic callers the night win. Do we want to just quickly rattle through who gave us super chats before we go?
Yes, we will do that straight away. We have got Rockstar, who thought I was going to back out. Chris, the American Mag, became a member.
It's about time.
It is about time. Queenie, bless her, 5 memberships.
Thank you very much, Queenie.
And they went to Jay Follett, Hemwoody, Dave Walton, Trevor Smith, and Newcastle for Life. Paul Wright, thank you for your super chat. Jody Dan, thank you for your super chat. I think that's the lot.
Lovely. Well, thank you very much, guys, and we'll see you on the next one. How are the lads?
How are the lads indeed? Tell